warm welcome, a very warm welcome to all our senior leaders, respected dignitaries, and all the participants. So, your presence truly adds great value and meaning to this session. And I hope everyone is feeling excited and everyone is ready. So, आज का सेशन सिर्फ एक वेबिनार नहीं है, ये एक मीनिंगफुल लर्निंग एक्सपीरियंस होने वाला है, आई एम श्योर, with the true and high experience of Dr. MMP Akhouri, sir. So it is my absolute pleasure and privilege to introduce a visionary leader, a mentor, and a true game changer in the field of behavioral science. So please join me in welcoming Dr. MMP Akhouri. So, Sir has been a senior fellow at Vivagiri National Labour Institute and has worked as a consultant with global agencies like International Labour Organization, Commonwealth, and World Bank, contributing to entrepreneurship development across 15 plus Afro-Asian and Caribbean countries. He began his behavioral science journey from SIT Institute, a very strong foundation that shaped leader like Dr. Professor Uday Parekh, and also worked closely with tribal whale communities in Rajasthan through ILO projects. Sir is a former president of ISABS and has led NIESBUD and has been an Amway chair professor at Delhi University. He has been creating impact across institutions and individuals, और अगर मैं उनके एक्सपर्टीज की बात करूं तो वो बिहेवियरल साइंस ही उनका फोटे रहा है. So from designing powerful experiential learnings exercise to introducing the concept of excellence motivation, उन्होंने countless individuals और organizations को ग्रोथ की एक नई डायरेक्शन दी है. But beyond everything which I have mentioned, all his achievements, what truly makes him special is his grounded personality. He's very approachable, practical, and deeply insightful. So get ready to gain some insights, shifts perspectives, and take away something truly valuable today. So I'm very excited, and with all honor, I welcome you, sir, Dr. MMP Akhouri, sir. So all over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarika. Well, I am extremely happy, dear friends, to seeing you all and able to interact face to face through this webinar. We are going to get wonderful opportunities of having face to face interactions, and thanks goes to the advancement in the virtual media, actually, which has reduced the spatial distance to the minimum, bare minimum. And we are going to avail ourselves these facilities through this webinar for sharing our life experiences. This is what was suggested to use the webinar by our dear friends Mahavir Jain. And I felt a very good opportunity to experiment with it so that we can start benefiting from the life experiences of listening or interacting around the life experiences that we have. I myself have decided now to share some of the critical incidences that occurred in my life, which has impacted my life very much. I will try to share this with you all. And as I tell you that this is the first experiment that we are going to do, that can we develop not only the learning from my own experiences, but from also the listening the experiences of others, and then develop learning out of that, of carrying out our own life and also professional life. Actually, this is not a new thing. We are right long back or since long, we are doing this. The society is trying to remember the things of which has happened in the life of many people, and has been very critical incidents of their life, and it has been used by others for taking decisions or living life. Few examples of that I can just, it is coming to my mind. I say the incident that happened with Gandhiji of throwing him out from the railway compartments. Now, this incident which occurred is being referred by many of us on many occasions in our life. Similarly, now we have got other very common examples are that we keep on saying the Newtons observing the falling of apples from the tree to the ground. And you see, these critical incidences resulted into number of innovations and inventions. Now, similarly, the commonly, very recently, we remember in recent time that maybe we can recollect, the Ratan Tata facing, having an incident in which he is observing the plight of the scooter or the motorcycle driver's family getting drenched during rain or sweating under the burning sun, and it leads to a decision by Ratan Tata to start or setting up a nano car. Now, these are just for illustrations purpose. Actually, in our life, we are using the number of times, the number of illustrations from remembering the incidents that has happened in the life of others. We have got the lot of changes that has occurred in the life of others. The Lord Buddha taking up sannyas, only the incidents that happen associated with the sight of death body, the sight of old man, diseased persons, poverty, poor persons. Now all these incidents has led to change his life and going for sannyas. Now these are all the consequences and things happening around the critical incidents. Now, giving this incidents, I get a hope that probably we also may be benefited if we get an opportunity, which through the use of this webinar, we are sitting all different places, different cities, different parts of the world, and can share these experiences through it by direct interactions, and maybe making use of it in our own life. So this experiment is worth doing. I therefore decided to I offered myself to Mahavir Jain that, okay, I will plunge myself, start this experimentation and see if it can be of any use. Therefore, I have decided that in today's webinar, I am going to share some of my critical incidents of my life that has impacted my life very significantly, and I will try to share it with all of you. In doing so, I have got some difficulty. One of the difficulties that I am facing is because of the time gap, there is likelihood of some distortions. Memory might have got distorted. This is one. The second difficulty is that every incident has some impact that might be a positive or the negative impact. Now, because of that, my memory might also have been vitiated. So that is another difficulty. I have to say that it is not contaminated, but it comes in a pure form. And third thing is that there might be, in spite of my all efforts, since it has happened some long years ago, so likelihood is that some factual inaccuracy is likely to take place, which is natural. So to all of you, I appeal that when you are listening, my life experience or myself describing about the incident, critical incidents, you give at least keep 10 to 20% margin of error, particularly the factual error there might have cropped because of the time lapse. Some things happened in 70 years ago, and I am going to present before you. So the likelihood is some distortions there. Give that, allow that much error, and then please listen, and then let us have the interactions over those points. We shall try to discuss that. Now, with keeping this limitation in view, I shall make an effort to share my life experiences and give trial to this experiment. I hope I shall be able to get your interest, and it is not going to be sort of a speech or a lecture, but it is just going to be presentations of my own critical incidents that has happened in my life. Now, if all of you, I am going to share some of this. When I start recollecting the number of events in my life, many events starts coming up to my memory. For example, sometimes I am recollecting the incidents which has occurred when I was kids of around 2 years age, as early as 1936 and 7, and my incidents crawling in the yards and playing with worms. Now, maybe one incident that has also been there. Second incident I am recollecting is as a baby, I was sitting in the arms of my aunt and making lot of promises. Now that also comes to my mind. The another events related to my one ceremony was which was arranged by my father, Khalichuana, that is beginning of schooling. And similarly, another events I am recollecting now is organizing students for combating the eve teasing during my school life. Similarly, I am also recollecting some incidents in which I was facing utterly frustrated, and I converted that into festivals. Now that incident happened long back in the year 1950. Another events that I am in a position to recollect is facing acute problem. Sometimes back in 1955. Now similarly, I am remembering the incidents in which I start enjoying the odds. Usually we face the odds and feel painful, but instead of feeling painful, I start enjoying that odds. That incidents also coming to my mind. Now I also getting reminded of some incidents which is related to getting trusted beyond my expectation. And it has a tremendous impact on my life in my future work. Similarly, I am getting reminded of some incidents in which the particular orientation to behavioral, the problem solving has amazed me. And I remember that incident, which also has affected or impacted my approach to problem solving. Now, another incident I am remembering, how the recognitions become a solid foundation for excellence, for doing excellent. Now, that incident as early as 1974. Now, similarly, I am remembering now several incidents, not only one incident, but a number of incidents only related to this, which has led to believe or gave a solid belief in my heart, is which I presents like that. What you are getting without asking is like milk, and what you are getting after asking is like water, and what you are getting after manipulation is like blood sets. Now, series of events has led me to believe in this, what I have described you right now. Now, like this, there are around 10, 11 incidences that I could find out, which I thought may be able to share. But considering the time that we have got, I think I shall not be able to share number of them. But therefore, I finally selected one event to share right with you and get the response, so that we can experiment with the only one, sharing only one event, only one incident that has impacted my life very drastically. And that event is related to facing acute problem. And the incident has occurred in the year 1955, that is 70 years ago. So I am going to share this incident and its impact with you for your probably evaluations, and also you can look into it, that it is making it interesting or not. I will start. Are you ready to this? Are you feeling that I should continue in this way?
Sir, please go on, sir. It's very interesting. Please.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Then I will start now. Now, at the age of 18, I just completed my school. At that time, it is called matriculation. After that, I did my inter science. That is, at that time, it was called in ISC. And I, with an intention or with an aim that I will pursue either engineering or medical career. But it so happened that I did not get the suitable marks in the ISC examinations that would have allowed me to take admission in either of these, in engineering or in medical. The next best option for a science student at that time, that is in the year 1955, was going for degree in agriculture or veterinary sciences. One of the three agriculture colleges in India at that time was located in Bhagalpur, Bihar, from where which was my province. So this was called at that time Bihar Agriculture College, and I applied rather for my admissions in Bihar Agriculture College. Now, after some time, on one Saturday, I received a letter from the Bihar Agriculture College inviting me to attend interview for admission in the college. On Monday, I received this letter on Saturday, and I was invited to attend the interview on Monday. And the prerequisite for attending the interview were two, that I must bring along with me the original mark sheet and also the college leaving certificates. These were the two essential requirements for attending the interview. Now, I faced problem in attending this interview. Now, the different aspects of the problem were, which is now I am going to present before you for your appreciations. The first aspect of the problem was I had the original mark sheet, but not having the college leaving certificate with me. Now, the second aspect of the problem was that my college leaving certificate was to be obtained from St. Columbus College, located in Hazaribagh, from where I did my ISC, and which was far from my hometown Ranchi. The third aspect of the problem was usually it takes a day to travel by road from Ranchi to Bhagalpur via Hazaribagh after obtaining the college leaving certificate. The fourth aspect was the only day between Saturday and Monday was Sunday, on which the college office from where I could have collected the college leaving certificate remains closed. Now, since the college office was closed on Sunday, I had no chance to get the college leaving certificate, without which I was not allowed to attend the admission interview on Monday morning. Now, dear friends, it is up to you now. I am presenting you the problem that I faced. Now, at this point of time, I like your involvement, that if this is the problem, can you make a guess how I face this problem? Can I get a response from all of you in form of the guess how I could have solved this problem? In nutshell, the problem was to attend the admission interview on Monday morning with the mark sheet, original mark sheet, copy of original mark sheet, and the college leaving certificates, which was to be obtained from Hazaribagh on and could have been obtained only on working days, not on Sunday. And because the day left with me was only Sunday. So how I could have faced this problem? Can we make guess? I am putting it to all of you now and requesting you to make some suggestions that how, or make some guess how we could have made it. Any response?
Sir, I'm Dr. Sridharan speaking.
Yes, Sridharan.
You would have taken the chance of going for the interview, and you would have given a self-declaration promising, and you would have gone your some of the photos or records what you have already. By seeing your merit, they would have considered and by seeing your intention, interest, the motivation, they
But
would
they
have
would not
taken
have
you.
allowed me in the interview unless and until I present the college leaving certificate. Okay, so
Yeah, that is
one
rare,
guess.
but I
Okay, so one chance was that I go there and try to present it without that, and make a request that that has happened. Okay, another guess. Yes, please. Anybody else can make an effort. VLK, can we guess how this problem could have been solved? Any other person making an effort?
Sir,
Ram? Yes. Yes, please.
sir, maybe you could have tried to contact somebody in the university whom you knew
Sure.
and request them that even if they cannot give you the main document, but can they give you something? Or maybe your principal you could have contacted if you knew him, that he could send you some letter which give you an official entry to the interview. By the time you will be able to attend get the real certificate, because
Okay.
certificate making may have taken a time.
Okay. Thank you. Yes. Make some other guess. Yes. 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 It is all right. Let us see. Make some other guess. Remember, this was the problem in 1955. There was no mobile. Even the telephones were not publicly available easily. It was only the telephones were also only available in the institutions. Yes, but anyway, please make a guess, but keep this also in consideration. The problem was in 1955, when there was no mobile, no telephone, no internet. These things were not there in operation. Yes, please. Yes, yes. Very good. Let us make some other guess. how would have resolved this or solved this problem? Anybody can make efforts? Mahavir? I like to hear it will enrich our presentations if you make an effort to guess how this problem could have been solved or how I could have faced this problem. I think any other response, any other guess? Okay. Now I am making a presentation before you. Might be possibility that I postpone this idea to attending the interview this year and postpone it for the next year. Maybe. Similarly, many of you can make any other guess. Sayed? No, I am not in a position. I am in a position to see some people are there. Yes. Ritu has already said. Any other guess you could have made? Or I give up the idea of attending the interview, thinking that it is no way to do that.
Sir,
Yes, please.
Harika, maybe by sir, it's difficult too because 1955 के समय हम ना सॉफ्ट कॉपी की बात कर सकते हैं तो maybe by submitting any written undertaking that you will submit the certificate later or maybe by requesting the interview to reschedule the interview.
Yes.
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 Yeah, another way is to make a request for rescheduling the interview on later dates. Yes. Or maybe I would have given a promise, promised and then maybe conditional, get the conditional admission, provided I can submit that, right? These are some of the guess, actually. Yeah, this is why I put it. Yes, please.
If I may take a guess, sir.
Yes.
Ajay is my name.
Yeah.
But allow me one cheeky moment.
Yes, please.
And this is on an absolute lighter note.
Yes, yes.
So please understand the humor in it.
Yes,
The
yes.
chat GPT says that there is no way you could have attended the interview.
Very good.
This is the response a Gen Z would give you by checking with chat GPT. But on a more serious note, though I was not even born in 1950, so it would be hard for me to hazard a guess.
Yes.
But given the environment, one can think of is you would have written a letter.
Yes.
To your university at Hazaribagh, posted it under registered post AD, kept a copy of the receipt, taken that receipt to the institute for interview and said that I have made the submission. Here is a proof of submission. And as soon as I get the answer, I will share it with you.
Okay. Even for submitting the registered post that you are suggesting, it was not possible on Sunday.
Oh, it was a Sunday. Okay.
Anyway, fine. But this is a guess that you have made. Yes, it is valid sort of a guess. Yes. Any other guess, please? Good that we are involved. Therefore, this shows that if you are involved into it, you might be trying to make some guess how this problem could have been solved. Because my incidence is all around solving or facing this problem. Now, dear friends, if anybody has to contribute, Risiraj or anybody else? Okay, I am very happy to listen that some of you also referred it to chat, book, and there also the result was sort of a negative, that it was not possible to attend the interview. Now that is even the other way of present movement of dealing with the finding out the solutions, and we have got sort of a reply in negative. Okay, dear friends, incidentally, the guess that we have made, the way that incidents happened and the way I faced this problem was, now I am going to describe you what has happened in the incidents. You see, I am going to present before you how I really faced that incident. You can look to that. I am describing it for the purpose of our knowledge. It is better to see. I am also projecting it there, the narration of how I face actually this problem. In early hours of Sunday, that is the next day on which I received the invitation, I reached the campus of St. Columbus College, where from I did my ISC. I was knowing that the college principal, a highly respected Gandhian, Professor Markham, who was a reputed Gandhian at that time, lived in a room above the college office. I went straight to his room and knocked the door. He himself opened it, and seeing him standing in front of me, I become very nervous. And noticing me, and start narrating my problems very hurriedly. Seeing me nervous, principal said, "Come inside." So sit on the chair and relax. I did that. After seeing me relaxed, then he asked, "Now tell me, what is the problem?" Again, I narrated my problem, this time peacefully and in details. And after narrating the whole problem, I waited for his response. He smiled and surprisingly, he held me in his arms, put his hands on my arms, and said, "Do not worry, it will be done." You remember, you can guess now the type of things was happening feeling-wise at the listening, that when he said, "Do not worry, it will be done." And after saying so, he picked up the bunch of keys hanging on the walls in his room and asked me to follow him. Both of us reached the college office on the ground floor. And after entering in the office, he asked me to show the original mark sheet which I had already acquired from the college. I opened my bags and took out the file containing my mark sheet. He picked up the reference from the mark sheet, located details about me from the office records, from the recs. He started typing the certificates. After inquiring about other details, such as my NCC participation during my college life, he typed the letter, signed it, but did not give it to me, but kept in an envelope and held the envelope in his hand. We went back to his room upstairs, where he offered me a glass of water. After that, he took my handbag and opened it to put the envelope containing the college living certificate inside the bag. While doing so, he picked up a drawing from my bag. It was a drawing of a beggar boy, which I sketched while traveling from Ranchi to Hazaribagh. He started looking at it very seriously, and after some time, he started asking questions about the sketch. Who is he? Where does he live? What he does? What he eats, etc., etc. I kept on replying his questions as per my perception of a beggar boy. My reply was, a beggar boy has no house to live in. He sleeps on the streets. No food of his own. Whatever people give, he eats. Whatever clothes people give, he wears, etc. He went on listening my answer. After that, he kept the sketch in my bag and closed the bag and gave it to me. But before we get up and come out, he started asking questions while I was sitting. This time, question he asked was, what I am going to do in my life. I replied innocently, I want to do the graduation. He asked, what after that? And after a little pause, I replied, I may be doing postgraduate course. Then he repeated the question, what after that? And at that point, I remained silent because there was nothing which was coming to my mind. I had never thought of what I am going to do after doing, even if I do the postgraduate. Then he paused for a while and asked me, do not you do anything about the beggar boy? These questions took me I was taken aback. And after a long pause, but formally, I replied, "Yes, sir, I will do something to remove poverty." At this point, he got up and embarrassed and blessed. "Yes, you do. I am sure you will be successful." With these words, he came up to the door and see me off. Next day, I attended the interview and was selected for admission to the newly established Ranchi Agriculture College, which happened to be located in Ranchi, my hometown. The incident is over. I do not know how you are going to see the total incidence. But impact-wise, large number of things, the questions that my principal asked, the way my principal told me that it will be done, and straightway in action to prepare the college leaving certificate, typed by himself, handed it over without any other questions, just the straightway solutions. And on the day, which was a non-working day, that was Sunday, even the request for issuing the college leaving certificate was not to be entertained on Sunday, which is a closed day. And the letter was not to be prepared or typed by the principal, but by the office. And it was not to be given on Sunday, on which the office is closed. So every aspect, every action that happened during this incident created impact on my life. And I am sure all of you will also like to be involved into it, thinking about it, how, why it could have happened. Now, at this point of time, I like you to react about the incidents before I start sharing the impact of this incident in my life. Will you like to reflect? Or you like to hear the impact? Hello. I am not getting any response from all of you. So I do not know whether it is of any interest to you or not. Has it put you to think after listening this?
It is interesting.
Right.
It's interesting. Your life story started from here, and the sketches of a beggar that included your next way of life. What I learned from that. The challenges will be there, problem will be there in always. But how to face and how to deal with the situation in life experiences, that is the integral part. Right. So I think better you, go forward your next critical year. That will be inspiring for us. Thank you.
Right. Okay. The Any other?
Sir,
Anybody else? Yes.
Sir, I was thinking of this whole thing from today's perspective, and it kind of thinking wise, I thought that if even today something like this happens, and instead of a mail, instead of a text, if somebody comes in person and talks to you of their situation, will a principal today also be willing to do something like that? And somehow the answer that came to my mind was probably yes.
Yes, I see.
If he will be touched by the the need of the child, and maybe that child is deserving enough, and maybe as a human we will still react in this way, though it seems like to many people, I mean, it's open to thought. But to me this answer came that probably even today this could happen. If the person came in,
something may happen like this.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now I think people are saying that the time is off, and I'm also feeling that time is getting off because we have got only 1 hour time for all this. So straight away I will share the type of impact, the way it impacted my life. The first thing that happened is the entire incident helped me setting my mission of my life, and which I summarize that development become my life mission. Throughout my life, I have engaged in various activities, including agriculture development, rural development, extension teaching, community development, action research leading to poverty alleviations, topical national and international studies pertaining to economic development, industrial development, and finally entrepreneurship development, which is my stage in which I am liking. Besides capacity building, institutions building, and also the human resource development. And finally, to corporate consulting. In all these engagements, I find the focus has remained on the development as which I formed as mission of my life. I linked it to my commitment to the poverty alleviations that I made to my principal towards the end of the incidents. So I saw that it helped me setting my life mission. This is one of the significant impact I saw of this incident. Further, it get validated when really towards the end of 1992, suddenly I was, not suddenly, but actually towards the end of 1992, I got an offer of a national consultant to entrepreneurship and poverty alleviation post offered by the joint project of ILO and UNDP. When I received this offer, I felt extremely satisfied, a feeling that I have achieved my mission. So I have fulfilled my missions. And therefore, it get validated that the incidents led setting up mission of my life. This is one impact that I wanted to share with you all. And development as my life mission, which I kept pursuing in various forms, like various activities including agriculture, rural development, extension teaching, community development, action research, topical and national international studies, small industry development, industrial development, entrepreneurship development, capacity building, institutions building, and human resource development. In all these, the focus remain on development. Development of individual, development of organizations, development of even nation. So I consider that this is one very significant impact that this incident created in my life. Second impact I am saying, define procedures for attaining purpose become my pattern of response. Actually, the principal's response left a lasting impression because he defied all norms and official procedure to achieve this purpose of helping me to solve my problem. Normally, the request of issue certificate should be received only on working day. He broke these norms. Not on Sunday, he broke this norm. It was not the principal who has to prepare the certificate. He broke the norms and the procedures, and giving the certificates on a closing day is all breaking the norms and the procedures for achieving the objectives or attaining the purpose. It gave a deep impression on my life, and in my life, number of occasions has happened in which I have broken the norms and procedures in order to fulfill the need of the hour. I could have shared if time permitted, but I think the time is running short. So I remember number of occasions when I started my first office of working in community development, where I was also in charge of completing the minor irrigation projects, which I joined in the 4th year of the block life. And the total fund for the minor irrigation was of 5 lakhs rupees during that very period, which is now, if you value, come to 5 crores, was for 5 years. And we were in the 4th year of that time when I joined. And I was told that this, yes.
So if I can request on your behalf with all the participants, if we can extend this for another 10 minutes, I know that, the scheduled time was for 6:30 only. So if on behalf of participants, if we can extend it for another 5-10 minutes, is that okay?
Yes, sir. It is okay, sir.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sir, please carry on, sir. Sorry.
Okay. So I just to be brief, I found that lot of red tapeism was there. Because of that, the fund was not used, fund was needed to be spent. Now the 80% fund was remaining unspent, and the time left was only 20%. So I received the channel, and I started new procedures of distributing the work order of all minor irrigation projects. And I started set up a procedure of distributing the work order to the farmers, standing in the open ground and asking the office staff to go and distribute the work order. This was revolutionizing because by changing the process, I could stop the red tapeism, which was the major blocks of instituting or implementing the projects. Now, like that, I can share number of experiences, but I will stop here now. A number of occasions I have broken the procedures to do that and successfully achieve the purpose. And that becomes my pattern out of the incident, out of the impact of the incident. The third one that I wanted to share very hurriedly now, because I wanted to summarize. Now, this incident led me to develop a concept on mapping the trajectory, actually the growth trajectory of entrepreneurs, which I call it as a growth trajectory of excellence seeker. Now, this has been largely as an impact of this one, where I found that for problem solving, not following the procedure which are given to us, that analysis and finding out the alternatives. Usually, I come out with a concept which was found very useful and for entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs face the problem and come out with the solutions in a creative and intuitive way. More often, they go for this way of solving the problems and come out with innovations. You know, the innovation is the heart of entrepreneurs, and therefore the innovation comes by solving the problems through largely using intuition and creativity. And I found I kept on asking in the incidents that why I went to the principal, because knowing fully well that even if principal wants, he can't do anything because he was procedure bound. But I never guessed that beyond that also there is a creative way of solving problems. So my stance in my life is to find out the unique way of solving problems, and that is through innovations. And that becomes my very favorite subjects, innovations. And that helped me, prompted very strongly in me only from this incident. So I close now this much because only this much I have been able to express before you. And I like now, if you have got, after listening this and saying that the intuitive and creative way of problem solving is another very effective or a way of problem solving by excellence seeker. This is what I came to in my life. And that is in the last conclusion, that problems can be solved in unique or creative way. And that is very much leading it to experience excellence. With this, I try to stop my presentations and welcome if you have got any response or any thing that you like to express. Any questions?
Thank you so much, Dr. M M P Akhouri, sir. So basically, yes, from this insightful and thought-provoking sessions, we have learned a lot. So let's have the next 5 minutes for Q&A. If anyone has any questions that we need to ask, this is an open platform for all of us. So yes. Friends, we have 5 minutes as of now, so I would request you to keep it short and keep it quick.
So, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, this is Vivek Sharma here from Jaipur, sir, and really fortunate because I attended your program in NIESBUD many years ago. Very, very inspiring. I had a small question. So, for example, this critical incident shaped the trajectory of your life in a certain way, and it was explained beautifully. Is it possible that people can trace back some critical incidences, understand how it shapes their trajectory, and sometimes can even change the trajectory by looking at that critical incident in a different way? What are your thoughts on that, sir?
Yes, what you are putting as a question comes to me is all possible, and probably this is likely to happen if you really take it seriously. And these critical incidences can be a platform on which you start being driven by your intuition, and also derive the force or the support of your lasting hope, belief that it can be done. So this hope and use of intuitions can change it and achieve the goal. Yes. Any other query? Yes.
Good evening, sir. This is Sunita. I'm from Telangana state. I live in Karimnagar. I'm very happy to hear you, sir. And it gave me an inspiration that any incident which we feel with empathy can do wonders.
Yes.
I'm really very happy and fortunate to be part of this, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I am inspired that any small incident which we take it empathetically, then definitely we will feel the pain, and from the pain what we undergo will naturally create a way to come out of it. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
This is my takeaway. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
This is very inspiring presentation, and
yes.
Yadav sir, you are on mute.
Pardon?
You have to unmute yourself.
I don't know. I am. Oh, yes. Somebody
am I
wants
audible
to...
now?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thanks for sharing very inspiring incident. Actually, if time permits, we would have listened to you more. And now I am more interested in listening from you more about your principal who supported you. He might have done supported many others also, and his impact on the students as a principal. That can be a good topic for another session. I request all of us, all our friends and Jesu and Mayujan ji to facilitate one more session from you, because I am more interested in pedagogical aspects. What a principal, how he was working as a principal and as a inspiring teacher. If possible, please so make us understand more about his aspect and pedagogy.
Right.
Thank you.
Right. Okay.
Sir, good evening. This is Ajay again, if I may ask a question. Sir, you wonderfully described that how the principal picked up the story, the picture that you had made.
Yes.
And the reinforcement that the principal made by asking that question.
Yes.
What will you do about the poor boy? Kind of imprinted in your mind that this is something that you need to carry forward.
Right.
I'm intrigued by the fact that had the principal not had asked that question, what were the thoughts in your mind that you were carrying at that point in time, that what would you have done if the principal would have not asked?
Yes. I told you while sharing, I said that against that question that principal asked, I was having no answer in my mind. Because at that time, I did not even thought of doing anything. Not that I have already taken decisions or I wanted to do that. This is why I said that it helped me setting my mission of my life.
Yeah. So one of my teachers said this to me, that when the student is ready, the teacher appears.
Yes.
So I think this principle, as Yadriya sir also kind of mentioned, that this principle played that role.
Yeah.
That when you were ready and you had that raw clay in the form of an impressionable mind in the form of that story, the principal appeared and did just the right thing.
Yes. It might have happened in the mind of the principal. I do not know. But so far my concern is, at that time I was not very clear. I have not given the thought that what I am going to do.
Yeah. Very inspiring, sir. Very inspiring. Thanks for sharing.
Akhouri sir.
Yes.
Akhouri sir.
Yes.
Fortunately, I worked with you and we worked together.
Yes.
And what from the incident I learned is you have taken a risk reaching to the principal at that age.
Yes.
Approaching principal. Principal was authority.
Yes.
And that was very, and Yadaya also managed how to deal the authority. And the next is how you converted your problem into opportunities.
Yeah.
That is the time. Today is the need of hour is how we convert our own problem into opportunity and to become a creative for personal and professional excellence.
Right. Right. Yes, Mahavir, actually, you have put the question. So there are a lot more things that taking chance and where from it was coming. Actually, I struggled for a long time asking why I went to the principal. And I could not get the answer when unless my exposure to the ISABS. I located that probably this was my intuition, which was driving me to the door of principal. No logical or informational things were there. I was not even, I had no earlier interactions with the principals. I was meeting him first time because that principal was not taking any class for me. I have no interactions. And I tell you that after 10 years, I met that principal in a railway compartment. There I went and saluted him, and he started looking at me, and he was not remembering that I am a person with whom he has done this. So I had to introduce at that time that I was a student of your college in that very year. And he just said nothing else. He didn't remember even the incidents. Therefore, I was compelled to that the same question that you are saying, what compelled you? It was my intuition. This is why we seldom use our intuitions.
Good.
And the hope that problem will be solved. This was a lasting hope with which I just straightway went to the principal, who was a great authority and very big authority, and with whom I had no chance to meet earlier. That's right. So taking that, and this instance has been there. I had no hesitations facing the prime ministers also, and the ministers here. Many of us have got no chance, or they don't open their mouth in front of the minister or the prime ministers. I had the opportunity to even oppose or at least show my disagreement against the proposal made by the prime ministers. Now, this I see as an officer because this was reinforced of taking chance.
Great.
Hmm.
Ram sir, you want to ask something?
Only one thing I wanted to tell. See, whenever a question is asked, either by the principal or anybody, what I have learned from behavioral science is the impact is feeling. Once you get into the feeling, how are we going to manage that feeling? Can be immediately spontaneous, or it can be reflective, it can be dialogative or discussive. And choosing that where a behavioral scientist excels. And on all that, when Akhouri was talking about that, the way in which he managed the situation was not only for his benefit, but for for a situation to overcome. Not personal. It is a situation to work. This is what I had been thinking. Because always we say here and now like that in lab. Here and now means impact and response. And impact is feeling. Response, then that's why we ask, what do you feel? What do you feel? Our response is reflection, statement, or dialogue, or discussion, or silence. See, make the choice, that making that choice is very important. With whom, how to be the boss. With boss also, your assertion came. About that, you were referring about ministerial position holders. How did you respond? Assertion also is very important. Because assertion is risk taking. Taking is your property.
Yes.
Saying is your choice. But the impact on them is your risk. See, you are all seniors. You have taught so many people like me. Because though I am 1986 onwards, and I had been there in ISABS. So many of the things that you have created. Mahavir Jain also is here. The person with whom really a lot of learning and yearning and all that. So this was something. It was refreshing my thoughts about my being there. I'm 86 now. What I do, I'm healthy, fortunately. I'm healthy. Fourth generation has come, grandson has come. But still, the impact that has been created by ISABS is impeccable. That is only when anybody asks, I can ask. For that time is not there. I have chosen the time because the answer will be very difficult to give. See, at the end only I have come in. Say, great, Akhouri.
Yeah.
After a long time, I think whether you remember my face or not, I don't know.
Sorry to intervene, Ram sir. So
yeah, I know.
You are so you are Dhurandhar of NLP in India. I know you have taken it to the height. So I would also request you that you also host one of the sessions for us so that everybody is being benefited by that, sir. So I think it's already 6:50. So I'm sorry that we have to end it now. And I would now hand it over to Gajendra, our friend, to close the session. Over to you, Gajendra.
Only one word. I appreciate your spirit. Organization with all that I do not know. People here at this age, enter difficulty you made us to get here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. So, as we conclude, I would like to.
Rama has not accepted our request.
Sir,
Rama, NLP session.
I'll talk to you separately.
Sir, Dinesh is speaking from Buxar, Bihar.
Oh, Jain.
Dinesh ji, boliye, please.
Yeah, sir. I'm Dinesh Kumar Yadav from Buxar, and I am the fan of Dr. Akhouri sir and Dr. Mahavir Jain, and I always follow and obey his rules, regulations, civilizations, and past experiences, and I react and act as a role model of Dr. Mahavir Jain Akhouri sir. Thanks. That's all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dinesh ji. Yeah, Gajendra ji.
So, thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. I am Dr. Rishi Raj Singh.
Okay, Rishi.
From Ghaziabad.
Great.
No, boliye.
So, Sorry, I joined very late. I have forgotten that one due to some urgent work. But that one inspiration I got from that critical problem from Dr. Akhouri. There is a no in this world, but we should make efforts to convert this no into yes. Success will get, some will get soon, some will get later on. We learned the whole life from Dr. Akhouri. I worked under him, and the learning gave me so much inspiration that still I am working. Still I am working. I am not sitting idle for that. And I'm very happy that I think around 8,000 people, like somebody indicated behavioral science. Yes, I believe that. I made improvement through behavioral science in problem solving, and now they are happy with their family in their life, whether that is professional or maybe personal life for that. So that I want to share. And this was a great session, even what I have learned that. And Dr. Akhouri always, I remember when we used to go outside organizing the program, we discussed the problem, and after that, we created a new program. Sometimes he say yes, okay, sometimes say no. Then we come to the agreement after some time during the journey.
So Rishi sir, sorry to interrupt.
Find that one
Rishi
there.
sir, sorry to
So
interrupt.
thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah. Guys, let's close, let's
Thank you so much, everyone. And as we are concluding our session, this is not just the end. This is the beginning. This is just the second session that we have done. So many more to come now. And on that note, I would like to thank Akhouri sir for sharing such an insightful experience, and to all the participants who have taken this time from their busy schedules and become a participant to this session. So thank you everyone, and have a happy evening. So with that note, I thank you all of you.
Thank you.
And just to looking forward to have one session on neuro-linguistic programming.
Okay, I'll catch hold of Ram sir. I have to go to Bangalore then.
Sure. Thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.